Have a bad this week on my picks.
Yeah, I ain't do good on my picks either. We ready? We here. The Uncensored Philly Sports Podcast. Thanks for joining us. You can catch us on all our platforms: YouTube, Facebook. Whoa! YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, iTunes. Catch us on all that. We here after demolishing of the Detroit Lions, 44-6 by our Philadelphia Eagles. We won in every way possible, except through the air. But we won in almost every way possible. Listen, y'all, people that listen to the pod know that I've been since week one screaming for bring Jorah Howard up from the practice squad. We was having discussions on Tim ain't believe he was even still on our team. That's how bad it was. I was screaming, bring him up from the practice squad, and everybody on here knows how much of a big Boston Scott fan that I am. But Nick Sirianni did something that I've been telling him to do. Take the ball. You know, I don't want to say I want to say take the decision making off of Jalen Hurts. Make him hand off the ball. Get under center. Help your quarterback. When you do that, guess what else works? The play action works. And when the play action works, guess what else looks better? The passing game looks better. You know why? Because you're drawing the linebackers in, and you can throw over their head to hit who? Your tight end, Dallas Goedert, who Jalen Hurts likes hitting. Help your young quarterback out. I've been screaming this since week one. Why is this so hard? Why? This is what I understand. When we watch football, right? These head coaches swear they smarter than everybody else. They swear they smarter than the fans. They throwing all these fancy offenses. Jalen Hurts is passing 40 times. Just do the simple stuff. Let's start with the basic under center, running the ball, get 3 to 4 yards, and what works off of that? The play action. I've been screaming for this since game one. Oh my goodness. Hope now we see a resurgence of Jordan Howard, Boston Scott, and Gainwell should have never been started. He's a rookie. He fumbled and
All right. All right. Come on. You going on for the whole first 10 minutes now? Let's. Everything did look good today, but it was the Detroit Lions. So before we start saying about this great game plan Nick Sirianni came up with, I want to see, because the same thing went with the defense. The defensive line, you ain't been seeing nothing from the defensive line all this time. Today they balled out. So I want to see, against good competition, I want to see if these same adjustments work. I mean, it looked good for a day, but I'm not going to be all Jordan Howard, a game changer. Boston Scott also ran up a bunch of points against the Giants, too, twice the first year he came up, and then against everybody else he struggled. But I do like how they do run harder. And I do think that they make a difference. Like all them times we've gotten the red zone earlier and couldn't punch it in, I do think Howard would have made a big difference. But it was nice to see, but you're not going to get me with this one. This looked like Atlanta all over again. Nope.
It was different offense, different attack, though.
Now, I'm looking at the losses that we have so far this year. I see we lost to San Francisco, Dallas, Kansas City, Tampa, and Vegas. I can honestly say that we probably would have lost to Dallas regardless of who we played out there. But I believe that we could have beat San Francisco and Kansas City the way they playing. I think we could have got that game too. And Tampa Bay, that was a tight game. I see 3 potential extra victories if we had the same game plan.
I'll give you San Fran.
I'll give you San Fran too. San Fran is the one I'll agree with you with.
But that Tampa Bay team was tight. It really was. But my point is, when you have your rookie quarterback throwing 85%, is responsible for 85% of the offensive plays, it was a setup for failure. This was a balanced attack. What you did with Jalen still got you to run.
It wasn't balanced. It wasn't balanced.
Jalen ran for 71 yards. He had the
so it wasn't balanced. We had 4 running backs that ran well today.
Yes, including Jalen Hurts. And
running back. Yes.
Yeah. And he's part of the running game. That's
not balanced. That's
there's a dual. It was because your quarterback and the running backs they were balanced. They took care of the offense today. You little haters, ain't nothing y'all tell you. I am not gonna let y'all disrespect that bull. What I'm saying is the offense today was good because it was a balanced attack. The coach finally got it because we played a couple other bad teams and he still threw the ball 100 times.
I'm gonna
Well,
tell
how
you
do
what the
you think
coach
this
did.
was a balance? What makes this a balanced attack? It was run heavy. It wasn't balanced. It just through the other side. Before we was pass heavy. This time we was run heavy. It wasn't balanced.
It was balanced as far as the quarterback. It allowed your quarterback to take a deep breath, make good decisions, and then like Ethan said, it opened up everything else on the field.
What was his
Let me
good
tell you,
decisions? Hand the ball off.
we ran the ball 46 times
Exactly.
to 16 passes.
But that was balanced.
Because Jalen was also responsible for how many of those rushes.
No, but see, you listen. We're
No,
not. When you say, all right, let put it this way. When you say a balanced attack, you're talking about balanced as in running and passing. We're not talking about balanced as in Jalen versus the running backs. That's not what balance means.
No, what I'm saying is I'm not saying 50-50 pass versus run. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is there was some runs and passing in the game, and it didn't put everything on the shoulders of your quarterback. That's what they did. They finally took off all the pressure on a quarterback, and it was more of a balanced attack because the running backs took the pressure off the quarterback. But at the same time, I'm not going to say, okay, it was 30-30. No, it wasn't 30-30 as far as rushing and passing. If that's what you want me to say, then no, it wasn't.
Then it wasn't a balanced attack. That's what a balanced attack is. A balanced attack means balance between run and passing. That's what a balanced attack is.
No.
I've been saying this since the beginning. I've been saying we are a run team. With Jalen Hurts as our quarterback, we are mainly a running team. And what Emo said something earlier, right? I just want to address it real quick. He said, you said it was Jalen not running Nick's offense right. Yes. And what I mean by that is when you run a run option, a read option, the quarterback has the option to run or pass. Jalen was using his pass option too much. That's why it was designated runs, design runs that Jalen couldn't change. Under center run, out the shot. It was design runs that he had to do. So he didn't have to make the decisions that the coach was putting on him. I said listen, I'm not blaming Jalen. I think it's the coach's fault for putting too much on him, but it's Jalen's fault for thinking he has to do too much. And you see that sometimes even he still likes to keep the ball a lot, but, he did some good running. Give the ball to your running backs. That's what we did today, and it worked. It worked.
I have no problem with that.
That's my thing about you. You got to help your rookie quarterback out. He had Jalen. First, he was exposing all Jalen's flaws all at once. You made Jalen look terrible. You made him look terrible. Help him out.
I agree. He did make
him. If you want him to progress, help him out. He still rolls to the right too much. Every time he comes out the pocket, he rolls to the right. That burns me up.
That's the strength of his. He's going to get better with that. Of course, we know that. And the defensive coordinators, they know that too. He'll learn.
I hope so.
I mean, he'd only been coached his whole life by a coach, dad that's a coach, and been to Alabama that's a football factory. And
listen, all of them boys have been coached.
But Nick Sirianni's going to help him. Nick Sirianni's going to help him to learn.
Has been coached by a coach their entire life.
But Nick Sirianni's going to help him to learn, though. Okay.
So is the defensive line? Did it take a turn, or was it just the Detroit Lions?
It's bad. It's their 0-7.
But don't do that because you want to give all the props to what the offense did, but you don't want to. Now when you talk about the defense, you're like, oh, that's because it's the Lions. I feel that way too. I feel that way on both sides. I feel this is what they were supposed to do. This is what they were supposed to do against a team like that. If you're not on that team's level and you're better than that team, manhandle them. And the Eagles handled their business. They did what they're supposed to do. But that being said, that's why I'm not. Show me against a better team. You come out with the same game plan and you run the ball down their throat, or you make the pay, or like in the Atlanta game when we was throwing the ball over them. We do all that. If we gonna do all this, do it against a better team. I'm not falling for this smoke and mirrors against Detroit. Detroit was cheeks.
I agree, Wayne.
But I do say the Bull Marcus Epps, he played that first quarter. He was ball dominant. He was all over the place. what's that tight end? TJ Hawkinson. That hit. Did y'all see that first hit he put on that ball? He gonna remember that next week. All tonight. That was a nice hit. And
let me ask y'all though.
I think.
Let me ask y'all. Do y'all think it was too many runs for Jalen Hurts though?
No. I mean, because a couple of them wasn't even designed runs. It just happened that he ran the ball, getting out of trouble.
I think quite a few times he kept the ball.
You saying it was in trouble? It was like it was some of them doing. It wasn't no. I mean, maybe he just couldn't see somebody open, so he tucked it and ran or whatever. Yeah. But it wasn't like he was getting flushed out of the pot. Don't make it like he was under somebody he had to get out of trouble.
Right, but
the offensive line manhandled Detroit.
If the lane's open and you got 20 yards of space, and if you can get 20 yards, you're gonna just sit there. Well, let me just see if somebody get over, or you're gonna take them 20 yards. Because he was just running, just gashed. It wasn't like he was getting hit. Once he got out the pocket, he was good to go. He had over 7 yards rushing.
I do want to see him hit his wide receivers a little more.
You do know that Detroit's defense is ranked like 25th against the pass and 27th against the run and like 27th overall, right? So before we start talking about how he was making moves and it was Detroit. Everybody does that to Detroit. Yeah, I gotta agree. They did what they were supposed to do, but I'm just saying let's temper it a little bit before we start getting all like Sirianni and his team. Let's not make it like the team that turned this corner. The defense was dominant, and we changed up the game plan and see what happens. We run all over people. But I say it against a good team.
Right, tell me, was that the same game plan from the first 7 weeks of the season?
No, it wasn't.
Okay, so we changed the game plan and we won.
Let me ask you: did we change the game plan because we was forced because Miles Sanders got hurt?
No, that was the game plan.
No, he said the game plan coming into this was
from last week.
He changed the game plan because it wasn't working. He said last week he was going to focus more on Miles.
No, last week, if you recall, last week when they first started, they started running. It was balanced. And when Miles got hurt, they kind of scrapped the whole plan. But
then they relied on the quarterback to do it. Then
I don't know why he had Gainwell and Miles start when they both the same player. This is what I mean about coaches overthinking stuff. Gainwell and Miles are pretty much the same player. They're both shifty, speedy backs. Nobody's a pounder. You should have had Miles and Howard starting a switch up back, thunder and lightning. Like, come on, man. I don't understand these coaches sometimes. How long you been in the league? It's infuriating to me sometimes. How is this stuff so hard? Why is a 26-year-old back in Howard, who's only 26 years old, who had big years with Chicago and he had nice years with the Eagles, not in the game? Why do you think Gainwell is better than him?
Because
I think something must be with Howard though. Because even with Chicago, he had that great year with Chicago. Because I was hyped when the Eagles got him. I thought he was going to be our feature back, and when we first got him. But it was like for some reason Chicago was willing to give him up. And then it was like when the Eagles got him here, it's like they played him, but then I don't know, is it that he's dumb and can't read, like blitz package? I don't know what it is, but for some reason, nobody invests in him like that. But when he runs,
he know how to read the holes because Miles seemed not to be able to some reason.
No, Howard just a straightforward running type dude.
He bounced outside with a touchdown.
Yeah, I guess it was off tackle. I'm just saying. No, I'm saying I expected big things from when we first got him. You know what I'm saying? I like Jordan Howard too. I liked him when he's with Chicago. I just feel like, why is it that nobody is it that some people don't like him or something? For some reason, nobody wants to give him his shine.
I was actually kind of impressed with the way they didn't get penalties this game. We've been penalized so heavy the first 7 games of the season. And I think we literally only had 1 penalty the first half. I ain't never seen that the whole season. That was impressive. Even though, I mean, penalties, it don't matter if you're playing against a bad team or a good team. We were self-inflicted penalties that we were getting. And the fact that they only had 1 shows, I don't know if it's temporary, but it shows that they're getting a little better in some areas.
How did Rieger get hurt running to the end zone?
They did. Because he was running into the end zone.
I kept looking at the play. They kept showing a play. Like, how they get?
It looked like he tried to lunge with that left leg. It looked like he tried to lunge, and it was just the left leg in there. And it was like it looked like he went to flex. You know how like a calf raise type is what he did with his left, and evidently something in his ankle. You know what I'm saying?
I'm okay with the end arounds, but when you get on the 1 yard line,
Give
All
it
I
to
want to see
Howard
is the
or
power
Scott.
back. Just give it to Jordan Howard and just let him pound it in. I mean, when you at the 30, 40 and you want to do them little running plays with the wide receiver, okay, fine. You're gonna get somebody. But I don't want to see that on a 1 yard line. Come on, just pound it in.
Because
we really
Jalen Rieger, though, is
we
built.
went from that and not running at all to turning everybody in our team on a running back into a running
Yeah,
back.
we
Our
did.
receivers
We
is running
did.
back, our
We
quarterbacks is
did.
running backs,
Exactly.
our
We
running
did.
backs is running backs. I'm
Wide
like,
receivers, running backs.
Yeah.
Jalen Rieger, though, is built like a running back. He's actually a strong dude. Solid. He's a solid dude. Why he gets injured so much and why he been such a disappointment since we got him is beyond me. But I do want to see the next game. I want to see them try to get Devontae Smith a little involved in the game more.
He
He
got to
had
stop
that
dropping
big
them
drop.
passes.
yeah, he dropped a couple because Jalen went to him early on, hit him right in the very basket. He dropped.
I seen the one drop.
He had 2 last week. He got to stop dropping them passes.
He dropped the first. It was like I think it was like the first. Was it like the first play or the first series? He hit him right in the bread basket. And he dropped it. Wait, hey Phil, what show Jalen some love? What you want me to show him love for being a good running back today? I mean, I said he ran the ball well. I mean, what you want me to say today? He didn't do much passing.
He a game
He did.
manager.
He managed the game. He managed the game well.
He did what he
This game, he managed the game well. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
That's what he did this game, and it won. So I'm not mad at him. He did what he did what we needed to do to win against a bad team. So I'm not going to hype him up like he did something fabulous today.
Yeah, I think Jalen Hurts is a game manager, but if you know you have a game manager, you have to put him in positions to be good, not put too much on his shoulders. Have him make some easy throws, play action throws. Like that helps your quarterback so much. We seen what it did for Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott developed. When Dak Prescott came in there, he did a lot. He did a lot of under center play action plays. He did a lot of that. He looked good.
And now he looked like now
he learned how to play football. Yeah, and he playing better. He got a better arm. He's a better arm talent. That hurts, but
I agree with that.
We'll see.
You know who got a better interception talent? Carson Wentz.
I mean today, but you do know Jalen's thrown more than he has this season, right?
I'm an Eagle. You know the game tied up, right?
I mean, listen. Honestly, I was watching that.
Wentz came down and tied the game up. I'm just saying.
Did he?
Yeah.
I was watching that game earlier. To keep it a beam, I was watching that game because that game actually was a good game. That and the Pittsburgh game was a good one too. They actually was giving the Colts a lot of home cooking in that game, and the Colts had a chance to blow that game away, but an injury happened. But I mean, it was a good game. Is it still going on?
Yeah, it's tied up. 20 seconds.
So I guess Carson giveth and taketh away. What 3 touchdowns and an interception today?
Yeah. And a fumble.
He did.
He
definitely did. That's the Carson Wentz mantra. Fumble the ball.
Yeah, well, I mean, you throwing the ball. That's why I'm on my quarterback throwing the ball 46 times. Like Wentz said, quarterback shouldn't be throwing the ball that much. That's what Hurts was looking terrible throwing the ball 40 times.
Yeah.
You want your quarterback throwing the ball.
I actually looked at the way the Titans was. I mean, not the Titans, the way that the Colts was running offense, and I think that to Ethan's point, I think that's the way the Eagles should have been running. They had the guy. I don't know why I'm forgetting his name. I just was hearing him say his name all day. Their running back Taylor, he was running the ball hard in the last couple of weeks. They would give him the ball.
Hold on, this is what I mean. Right?
Pushed it down in the end zone, in the red zone.
Hold on. Email jumps on and says Wentz didn't do anything, was a PI, right? But when Jalen Hurts gets PI calls all the way down the field, there was good plays because he had to throw the ball. You gotta be consistent. You gotta be consistent. A PI is a play in the game. You put the ball up on purpose for your wide receiver to either try to make a play or get a call.
And you make the ball catch.
And get sacked.
You have to make the call.
What you say?
But when
I said you have to make the ball.
No, because when I tried to make that point about Jalen, you didn't want to hear it. But now you want to.
No, y'all sat there. Your ego sat there screaming, trying to make that point.
I made that point, and you didn't. You rejected that point, but now you're accepting it today.
I didn't reject that point.
You did too. Reject it.
I said it was.
How could I get out of here?
I didn't reject that point.
All right, but I know you did. But no, I mean, this is good. What do y'all think about next week? Because next week is going to be a real test. Who
we play?
I think we play the Chargers.
The Chargers?
Yeah.
I mean, the
Oh, that's gonna be
Chargers.
a good game. That's gonna be. They
I,
got. They got. Didn't they start losing though recently?
yeah, I was about to say the Chargers been they started out
They
hot,
started
but
good, then they started losing.
Is it a road game or home game?
I don't know. That's
I
what I
don't
was just
know.
about to try to look up and
I don't know.
see.
Chargers got a solid defense though.
I mean, that's all. Honestly, I don't expect a lot from the Eagles this year, but I do want to see our offense put up stuff against good defenses. That's what I want to see run like that against good defenses. I want to see the passing that we had against Atlanta. If we connecting on those deep passes, I think that opens up a whole lot of stuff because teams right now they used to, Nick Sirianni has been running a whole lot of screens and dinking dunks all season. So,
But the run sets
but
up the pass, the
it
play
does.
action.
It does.
I do, email. I see how emotional these dudes is. It's crazy.
Who's emotional? Y'all get more emotional about Jalen Hurts than anybody else get emotional about
So
anything.
emotional. Y'all always the ones that bring up Wentz though.
Wait,
Y'all always bring
this
up
my
Wentz.
thing.
I keep
How is
saying,
this the week?
I'm an Eagles fan.
How is this the week anyway that he wants to bring up Wentz when Wentz threw for 3 touchdowns and an interception and Jalen Hurts threw for like what 160 yards a day and no touchdowns? This is not the day that you want to bring up an argument.
Jalen wrapped up his game early and Wentz is still
No,
playing.
the running. Oh yeah, well the running backs wrapped it up.
He wrapped up his game. He chilling. He smoking cigars. And right now,
well, one team is playing the Titans and one team is playing the Lions. Let's keep it a bean.
I'm just saying.
Honestly, I'm surprised that the Colts. I had picked the Colts to win this week when we did our picks, but then I was thinking about like, man, what am I thinking about? Like Tennessee is that squad, but they was holding Derrick Henry in check. If you can hold Derrick Henry in check, you got a chance against the Titans.
You got a chance, yeah.
Yeah, Wentz averaged under 5 yards a pass.
Okay.
So so Wayne, I do agree with you. He was getting at home cooking. He was definitely getting at.
Oh, they definitely was giving. But and to their point, like I'm saying, they had a play where they were up. I think it was 14-7 or something like that. They were up a touchdown. Tennessee threw a pick, and the dude that caught the pick was running and pulled his hand, like his knee blew out or something in the middle of running. He just dropped the ball and gave it back to them. And it was like a 3rd and long. They would have had the ball, but instead, the Titans got the ball back, a first down, and they scored a touchdown on the very next thing. And to me, that changed the momentum of that whole game. But that was a good game. I mean, I ain't watching it now, but
it's still
was
good. Are they in overtime yet?
Okay, we do know when we played Tampa Bay. Just put that out there because y'all trying like it's a big deal. Jalen Hurts averaged 4 yards a pass. He threw for 115 yards, 12 for 26, 46 completion percentage. 1 TD, 1 pick. And I'll leave that there.
He's still a rookie. He's still a rookie.
There go another excuse.
Hey Herb. This is the whole thing. Why it comes down, especially with T-Mill. That's Tim and E-Mill. This when it comes down to them with the whole Wentz thing, because they hated on Wentz so bad as when he was the Eagles quarterback from the beginning. Even during his MVP season and everything else, they talk about how bad Wentz was, that they was really rooting against the Eagles. That's why they assume that Ethan and I are rooting against the Eagles when I'm not. I'm not rooting against them. I just don't see them doing much with this current problem.
Biz, this is my problem.
So the problem was when Jalen replaced Wentz, their whole thing is Hurts is better than Wentz. Hurts is better than Wentz. They was arguing that Hurts was better than Wentz as in right now, and he's not. He's just not better than him now.
I don't care about that Hurts was better than Wentz.
Yeah, you
y'all yes, y'all was. Y'all been arguing that Hurts was better than him since last year.
This is my thing about
the same point that Hurts was better than him. That's why he left. That's why he wasn't willing to fight for that starting spot.
Hey, Mizzy Miz. This is my thing because they try to make it a Hurts Wentz thing, but when it's the Eagles thing. This is my thing, Mizzy Miz. Mizzy Miz asked the question: is Hurts being used right coaching? No. I said this from game one. Miz, I said this is a running football team. Why is Jalen Hurts passing so much? I said from game one, Hurts wasn't being used right. He was used right today. Go under center, hand off, and Tim knows I've been saying this. Go under center, make him hand the ball off, use the play action, use Jordan Howard. I was screaming for Jordan Howard since week one. Use Jordan Howard, make this a running football team. But no, they want to make Jalen Hurts look even worse by passing so much and to show all his deficiencies. And they just kept making this bull look bad. Bring him up slowly. How you bring a quarterback up slowly? You make it easy for him. You use a running game. You use play action. You move the pocket. Things they didn't do for Jalen Hurts until today. So Jalen Hurts can he be coached up to be a better quarterback? Yes, but the way they was starting him off at the beginning, no. Now if you try to redo the offense and bring him in slow, like the Cowboys kind of did Dak Prescott, like I brought up earlier, then yes, he has a chance to be a starting quarterback. But the way you threw him under fire, no.
And now Dak is about to be the MVP.
We don't care about Dak.
I'm just letting
but
you
that's
know.
my whole thing is y'all was arguing Jalen Hurts is like he was this finished product now and how he was going to be doing this.
Nobody said that.
Yeah, y'all was.
Nobody said he was a finished product.
Yes, y'all did. Y'all was trying to argue that he was going to be this is him, and he's this, that. Y'all remember y'all was talking all the hype stuff about all the passing stuff he was doing, and I just don't see that in his game yet. I do hope he improves because like Herb said, that's our quarterback. I want to see my team win. I'm glad to see them win. I want to see them win against better competition because I want to be able to feel like I got a chance to go to the playoffs and do something. I don't want to just see, you know how many years I've been an Eagles fan and watched that mediocre crap? I don't want to see that junk no more.
Listen, I don't think Hurts has the arm talent to be a starting quarterback right now. I don't think it. To me, he can't make all the throws. He doesn't have that zip on his ball. I just don't see that. And I'm going to stick with that till he shows me different.
I don't root for the Eagles to lose. Mr. Wayne, I don't.
Yes, you do. Wayne, yes, Wayne was rooting. He was so happy when Wentz had a couple bad outings. He that gets him hype when Wentz had bad outings.
We done with the
I was hype when so you talking about Hurts, but when did I come on here? Did I come on here hype last week when Hurts didn't play well? Actually, most of the time that we've come on here, I don't even come on here to take shots at him. Somebody always want to throw my name into it, like see T-Mill. One of y'all always want to sit up there and try to throw it in there. I've already said what I think about Hurts. I just don't think that he's a good starting quarterback right now. A top. I don't think he's a winning starting quarterback right now.
Miz, I agree. Now was a better coach for Jalen. He threw across the middle one time last year, and I agree with that.
I think that I agree, Miz. His anticipation. Yes, I agree. But I think I don't. It's hard not to read too much into this game because defense look good. While we still playing the same defense, was the line just getting you know what I mean? So you got to take this game with a grain of salt, man. You really do. Exactly. I agree with Wayne. You really got to take it with a grain of salt because we blew the doors off so bad. It's really nothing you can go look at and be like, okay, we got better here. Because their team was just bad. So this game could be a stepping stone, but next week game is a game that we can probably really judge.
Let me put it to y'all like this.
Step in the right direction.
I'm not watching any game to root for somebody to lose. That's not what I do. When the Sixers was horrible going through them 5 years when they was tanking, I didn't watch them games. I don't watch for that. I don't want that aggravation. I've been a Philadelphia sports fan my whole life, all Philly sports. Watch baseball, hockey, basketball, all that. Not soccer. But I watch all that stuff. I'm all Philly sports. But I'm not going to sit up here and hype up somebody because I want them to be good. I used to do that when I was little, when we had Trevor Ruffins and all them type dudes playing for the Sixers, hyped up over these bum dudes that would be on there. I'm a grown man. I'm not hyping up these bums. If somebody's not that, but if they show me that they are that baller and that player, I'm riding for them.
Yeah, Emil, you're right. This is a good win to build on.
I hope they do, and we'll find out next week. That's why I say I just want to see it against better teams. Then that means this will be something to build on. That means we built on this if we improve going forward, and I would love to see that.
Yeah, I would too, man. Because everybody, linebackers, everything that was bad the last 7 weeks or 6 weeks was good today. It was just.
How did I hype Wentz up? Wasn't he? How did I hype him up?
Stop feeding into it. Stop feeding into it.
I remember our Wentz first season, and we was talking about how many times I remember saying that I thought Dak was more clutch than Wentz and everything else. But then Wentz started balling out and putting numbers up from his second year on.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I didn't realize that. Herbert said we bent Singleton. We bent Singleton today.
I didn't. Oh wow!
I did see the Bull Edwards in there.
I didn't hear Singleton's name.
And we bent Singleton and Wilson never saw the field. Who started? Who's our start? Who started today? I didn't even pay attention to that, Herbert. Herbert
might have been a
saying
tweet.
like in a wrench. Yeah, you
That's
need
a
a
shame
wrench.
because
That
Singleton
needs
was
a wrench
balling last
email.
year. I don't know what happened to him.
Who said they want a wrench?
Herbert. Oh,
I know Herbert
that,
did deserve a wrench. He could be one of the moderators.
I gotta look at our starting team.
Yeah, I mean,
All
look,
right, I'll check it out later.
we don't even know who was starting.
Yeah, you know what? Singleton might have came in later because he had one tackle.
I mean, I just
Yeah.
hopefully they build on this next week. I mean, it looked good. It looked that running game, that offensive line looked dominant. The defensive line looked dominant. The cornerbacks was flying around out there making plays. But it was a bad Detroit team that's about to go on their bye week. They probably had their mindset on vacation.
So we'll
You
see what
0
happens
6,
next week.
you 0 6 and about to go into the bye week. You ain't exactly all pumped up to play. You know what I'm saying? So, but we'll see. We'll see next week. Hopefully, we build on this.
Yeah.
All right.
This was an easy win. This was an easy pod. Felt good. Y'all like between Dallas and Minnesota tonight?
Dak might not play. He game time decision, right?
I think
Is
out.
he? Oh,
Yeah.
and I picked that.
I know.
I picked Dallas to win.
He out, right? Dak out?
I think he's out because I know he had a bad calf. That's why I ain't picking.
They might have enough talent on the team to still squeak that out, even though it's in Minnesota.
Yeah, when I said that, I was like,
Y'all
Miles
notice how much
Sanders.
y'all notice how much Tim said about Dak and what we think Dallas going to do and all that, right? Y'all peeped all that. Okay.
I know.
I'm an NFL fan. I love the league. I love the game.
I'm not a Dallas fan at all. I told you, every time you put Dallas on the pool for us to pick, I can't pick them. It's just I just can't. I don't care if they're playing Detroit next week. I'll probably pick Detroit.
See that's self-inflicted.
I can't do it. I can't. I mean, like,
You know what's funny is
Detroit.
I always hated the Giants more than I hated the Cowboys.
No, I actually was
I always hated New York teams
a
worse.
big Lawrence Taylor fan growing up. I like LT. He was a monster.
No, I did too, and I respect him, but I just hated the Giants. I just always hated the Giants team. It seemed like the Eagles and Cowboys wasn't both good at the same time too much during my lifetime. It seemed like the Eagles and Giants always was battling stuff out, or the Cowboys would be good and the Eagles wasn't too good, or the Eagles was good and the Cowboys was stinking.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so we'll be back tomorrow. Y'all can catch us tomorrow after the Sixers game.
Who they play?
I'm trying to remember. They play somebody. I think it's a better team than what we played. We played Atlanta yesterday, right? Oh, we played Portland. So
that should be a win, right?
Yeah, that should be a tight. That should be a good.
That's gonna be a good game.
So it's a whole game. So we'll catch y'all here. Y'all get us 3 straight nights in a row. But Eagles beat 44-6. How they missed the extra point? That's
They should have, because they went for 2. They went for 2.
Oh, they did. Okay, I was gonna say Detroit.
It should have been a shutout. It would have been nice to be a shutout. They said it would have broke a record the Eagles set way back, like in the 50s or something.
Yeah, it'd be nice. How y'all? I feel I don't like Deuce being on the other sideline though.
Deuce should have been our coach. Deuce should have been our coach.
Exactly. You can't tell me that Deuce should not have been starting for the Eagles right now. You can't tell me that Sirianni is better than Deuce. You can't tell me that.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up like you do us when you say let's wrap it up and we keep talking and then you want to wrap it up.
We're gonna wrap this thing up. All right, we'll catch y'all tomorrow after the game. Sixers Portland. Eagles win. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification button. We'll catch you on the next pod. We out.